up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyla. I'm back with another video. In today's video, we are going to talk about my worst Valentine's Day experience because, yeah, why not do a story time on my worst Valentine's Day experience? So, I had a boyfriend. Duh. He was in college. I was still in high school. So, I was a senior in high school and he was a freshman in college. Was he a freshman in college? I think it was a freshman. I'm not sure. But he was in college and I was a senior in high school. He lived in Atlanta. I lived in Augusta, Georgia, which is 2 hours away. Okay? So that's a little time span for you. So on the actual day of Valentine's Day, I wasn't going to be in the city because I actually had to come here to California for a funeral. So my mom was like, hey, we're gonna go to this funeral, so you're not gonna be here on Valentine's Day. And I was like, okay, I guess, cool, whatever. I was just excited that I was gonna miss school, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So yeah. So I texted him, I asked him, I was like, hey, you know, I'm not gonna be here on Valentine's Day. Do you wanna see me like beforehand or after? You have to pick one. Either you're gonna see me before Valentine's Day or after Valentine's Day because I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be in the city, right? So he's like, oh yeah, I'll see you before. I'm like, okay, cool. I asked my mom if she would take me, and she's like, I'll take you halfway. So she was like, I'll take you to Conyers and he's gonna have to come get you from Conyers. And I was like, so I asked him, I said, she's gonna go halfway. She's not gonna drive the whole 2 hours. So do you wanna do that? And he was like, yeah, I'll do that. So he came 2 hours from, no, he didn't come 2 hours. He came to Conyers and my mom dropped me off, right? And she was like, all right, I'll be back. Cool. So what happened? Oh, he gave me my gift. He gave me my gift in front of my mom. So I had a big bear. It was a jumbo bear. And then he gave me a jumbo card. Jumbo bear and a jumbo card. It was cute. It was nice. I didn't expect anything because I didn't really get anything for Valentine's Day unless it was from my mama. You know what I'm saying? I never really had a Valentine's. And at this point in time, I hadn't had a boyfriend on Valentine's Day either. So I was like, oh my God, you know, this is cute. This is nice or whatever. The bear was literally like big as me. It was a big bear and a jumbo card. So we spent the whole, he came with his brother and his little sister. So we went to some mall, I think, got some food, and then we went back to his parents' house. And when I got out of the car, there were more bears in the trunk. Like, there were more bears in the trunk. And so I'm like, who are those for? And he's like, oh, I'm gonna sell them. Mind you, his parents had all the money. His parents had a lot of money, right? But he would just steal anything that was not nailed down. Like, he was always stealing something. I didn't notice this until we had started dating for a while. And I'm like, why are you stealing everything? Like, we were still fresh. So like before this, we were still freshly dating. So I was like, why are you, because at this time I'm thinking like, did you really buy all these bears? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're gonna sell them? What? Okay. But there are a lot of different bears in the trunk. Like, there was a unicorn, there was a monkey, there was a lot of bears in the trunk. So I'm like, okay, cool. No, I think he lied. I think he said one's for my mom and my sister or something like that. Because, I mean, you can't really deny that. His sister was like 5. And his mom, okay, cool. Like, you know what I mean? So I thought it was cute or whatever. Dummy. So we spend the day together at his parents' house. They were great people. They feed me. Mind you, we're all still getting to know each other. Like, they don't really know me like that yet. So yeah, He takes me back to my mom, to the meeting spot around like 9, 8, 7. He, at a decent time, he took me back to my mom and we go back home. Cool. So he's telling me, like, while we're in the car, he's like, hey, you know, I think it's a good idea for you not to text me. I think it's a good idea for you to just, like, mourn the loss of your family member and all this other stuff. And this was a family member who I wasn't really close to. So not to say that I didn't care that they died. It was just that we're not close. So I'm not, you know, crying. Like, I'm sad, but I'm not crying, bawling my eyes out like, oh my God, they're dead. You know what I'm saying? It didn't, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know some of y'all got them family members that, like, okay, they died, but you know I'm supposed to feel sad, but it's like I don't really feel sad because I didn't really know them like that. You know what I mean? That was one of them family members, and I'm like, I'm not sad. Like, I'm fine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay. Like, what are you talking about? But yeah, he was like, yeah, you know, I don't think it's, you know, you should be around your family. You should want to just help your family cope and all this other shit. And I'm like, all right, cool. I guess, like, you're weird. Okay. So what happened? I came to California. We did not talk. We talked probably one time. And yeah, like I said, yeah, I'm losing my voice. But like I said, we didn't talk. Like, we didn't talk. We talked one time and that was it, right? Right. So that was the Valentine's Day. Okay. March comes around. March is my mother's birthday. My mom's birthday is March 14th. She's a Pisces. And also prom came around as well. Now, I did not want to go. I kind of wanted to go to my prom, but then again, I kind of didn't want to go to my prom. I wanted to go because it was like my prom, but then again, I didn't want to go because I didn't like any of them females. I didn't like any of them niggas. I just did not like my class. So prom came around. I was like, you know, do you want to go to prom or whatever? And he was like, you know, I kind of really don't want to go because I'm kind of too old to go, which he was like 19. I understood that, and I really didn't care about going anyway. The only reason why I even pressed the situation was because my mom was like, oh, you know, you should go, I missed my prom and all this other stuff. But I had went to somebody else's prom, so I got the prom experience. You get what I'm saying? Like, I already got the prom experience and all that other shit, so I wasn't really pressed about going to my prom. So I didn't go, and he was like, I didn't go, but I was like, I don't want to be by myself on prom night. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be alone because everybody I know is going to be at the prom most likely. So he was like, I'll probably come down and see you, but it's not a guarantee. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm sitting in my room sad or whatever, and he surprises me, knocking on the door. Surprise, I'm here. That was nice. Okay. And he got us Zaxby's. My mom was like, he came at like around 7, 8. So my mom was like, well, he can stay, but of course can't sleep in the same room together. So he slept in the TV room and I slept in my room, of course. And then all of a sudden, okay, there was this girl that had followed me on Snapchat. She had followed me on Snapchat around Valentine's Day type shit. So, you know, she's watching my snaps. I'm thinking she's just... at that time, people I didn't know were following me on Snapchat, so it wasn't like a big thing. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I'm watching her stories here and there. She's watching my stories here and there. Everything's cool, right? So I posted that me and him were together because I'm thinking, hey, that's my boyfriend. I posted that me and him were together, and apparently she saw my Snapchat. So he asked me for my phone. He's like, can I see your phone for a second? And I was like, yeah, sure. What do you need it for? So apparently she had messaged him talking about like, oh, you're with another girl and all this other stuff, because he blocked her. And I'll tell you how I know he blocked her in a second. So the friend DMs messages me on Snapchat, and she's like, hey, you know, my friend, she's with this guy, here's all the evidence, blah 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 blah. He got her the same exact bear, he got her the same exact card, the same everything. Like, it was literally the same setup, right, for on Valentine's Day. And that's why he didn't want me to message him, because he was with another girl on Valentine's Day. It made perfect sense, right? And then so we were together on, why did that sound so loud? And then we were together on prom night. So she was, damn, what was I saying? Fuck, I forgot. We were together on prom night, so she had saw all my snaps and shit. The friend messages me and she's like, hey, you know, they were together, blah 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 blah. And I'm, at this point, everybody's asleep in the house, and I'm like, who is the friend? Like, who's the friend? And she said, I'm like, who is the friend? And she says the name. The name is familiar because the name is what I've been seeing. Watch my snaps. I could not find her username. Like, when I searched her username, it said no username found. And so I'm like, did he block her? Like, when he asked for my phone? Like, is that what he did? And that's exactly what he did, because I went to my block list. She was blocked from my phone. So because he didn't want her to tell me the information. Now, mind you, at this point in time, I'm upset, I'm hurt, I want to cuss this nigga out, but I don't want to wake nobody up. Everybody in the house is asleep. My brother's asleep, my mom is asleep. I'm like, okay. Even he was asleep. And I'm like, okay. I was thinking about kicking his ass, and then I was like, no, can't do that. He's bigger than me and he plays football. And then my brother's gonna get involved, my mom's gonna wake up, everything's gonna be a shit show. And then I was like, I can't yell, can't scream, because again, this is my mom's house. She's gonna wake up, somebody's gonna wake up, shit show. I'm like, okay, I just have to be calm and rational. So I wake his ass up, and I'm like, what is this? And he was like, that's the face he made. I'm like, yeah, okay. So I'm like, what's the issue? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, what are you doing? Like, I see messages. Like, when I tell y'all, she sent me everything. She sent me messages. She sent me screenshots. She sent me pictures. She sent videos. She sent everything. And I'm like, you can't deny that this is not you. Like, this is a whole video of you with this female. You get what I'm saying? And mind you, it was very weird too, because she was just like me. Like, we kind of acted the same. We kind of looked alike. It was very, very weird. I was like, okay, he definitely has a type. Clearly he has a type. Like, we both if I had met her like without that situation, we would have been like best friends. Like seriously, we had a lot in common. And yeah. Excuse me, y'all, I'm getting sick, I think, but I probably need to turn this fan off. But it'd be hot in here. But yeah, we would have been best friends had we met under different circumstances. And so he leaves. The morning comes and he leaves, because we went to sleep at like it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, so it wasn't long before the sun came up. He leaves, he's on his way or whatever home, and I'm like, I don't even want to talk to you honestly at this point. Like, what the fuck, what are you doing? Like, you're weird. Because of course he gave me a bullshit ass story. Oh, this was before I didn't all this other bullshit. I'm like, yeah, okay. So after he left, I call her. I'm like, you know, give me tea, what's up, what's going on, this, that, and the third, right? So she tells me how they met. She's like, oh, we met on Tinder. I'm like, y'all met on Tinder? At this point, I was not familiar with any type of dating apps or none of that shit. And I'm like, y'all met on Tinder? What the fuck is Tinder? She's like, oh, it's a dating site and all this other shit. And she just tells me all this shit like they did and all this stuff. I met his mom, I met his sister, I know where he lives, all this stuff. And I'm like, wow. My thing is, how the mama just got bitches in his crib, in your crib like that? Like, you just, I think that's kind of weird. I don't know. I think that's kind of weird. She was like, oh, you know, we took his sister and her little friend to Dave and Buster's. That's how I knew she was like, well, I knew from jump that she wasn't lying. But Dave and Buster's is something that their family always did. So they always went to Dave and Buster's. So I knew that shit wasn't a lie, because that's what they always do. Like, only like somebody that fucks with him is gonna know that. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, y'all went to Dave and Buster's and all this other shit, right? Cool. So yeah, it was a lot. And then she wasn't really loyal to, it was like they both was fucking around on each other, because she told me, she was like, oh, well, I got my revenge, I got my payback, like, I'm already fucking another nigga. She had a hickey on her neck when I called her, when I FaceTimed her. And I was like, so y'all both just fucking each other and y'all fucking other people? Like, that's kind of weird to me. That's very weird. So yeah, that happened. Of course, he denied everything and all that other shit. Long story short, I got back with him like a dumbass. The same thing happened. Well, not the same thing, but something similar happened. He had a problem with Tinder. He had a problem with online dating apps. So like, there was always another girl. There was always a female that he met on Tinder. He had a Tinder, Blender, Bumble. And the thing is, he was lying. Like, he always lied. He had these fake ass contacts in. I seen a message of this bitch one time. She was like, are those your real eyes? And he was like, yes. And I'm like, you do not have hazel eyes. Like, clearly those are contacts from the beauty supply store, but whatever. And I left somebody knocking on the door. But yeah, they were beauty supply store contacts. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, why is you lying? He was a liar. He would steal. And like I said, I don't understand why he would do these things. I really don't get it. Like, his parents had money, you know what I'm saying? Like, his parents were both married, they had money, but he would steal a lot. He stole everything. He would just go to Quick Trip and steal. I'm like, you can ask your parents for money. Like, why are you stealing? Why are you lying? Like, he lied so much. It was just ridiculous. Like, it was so ridiculous. One time, obviously he lied to this one girl because there were 9 nails in this nigga's tire, right? There were 9 nails in this nigga's tire, and his parents, his mom thought I did it. Like, who are you fucking? Like, why are you fucking with so many different females at one time? That's number one. And number two, you won't get your ass, I don't know. That's kind of scary. Like, you fucking with all these different females. Everybody don't react the same. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is not just going to leave your ass alone or just like talk it out. You know what I'm saying? Some bitches out here is gonna slash your tires. Some bitches out here is gonna come to your house because they know where you live and fuck your shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like when you cheat on someone, you're putting everybody you care about at risk and in danger, especially if they know where you live, they know where you sleep, they know where your family stays and all this other stuff. Like, they know what kind of cars your family drives. These bitches is crazy out here. So, moral of the story, if you don't like someone genuinely, leave their ass alone, because you might run into the right motherfucker that's gonna do some crazy ass shit to you and your family, and you gonna regret it. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't like somebody, tell them, hey, I don't really like you like that. I will respect a dude that tells me he doesn't like me over a nigga that's just like, oh yeah, I'ma fuck with these other bitches, and you know, that's just gonna be that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. You put, I don't know, you put so many people at risk. Like, there was so, literally, if I was a crazy ass bitch, there was so much I could have did to him and his family. You get what I'm saying? Like, so just treat people kind, treat people with respect, treat people how you would want to be treated. If you don't like someone, tell them, hey, I don't really like you like that. You know, hey, I kind of want to talk to other people. At least it'll hurt them, but we got company, y'all. I'm sorry. It'll hurt them, but it's honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't beat honesty, you know? So, yeah, moral of the story, stop playing with people, because they just might kick your ass. Yeah, y'all, tell me some of y'all's cheating stories. I have some. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Tell me your worst Valentine's Day experiences. Yeah, that, because Valentine's Day really wasn't bad, but it was just like after the fact, the Valentine's Day was bad, because it's like, damn, I got all this shit still. So I no longer have the bear, and I no longer have the jumbo card. I cut it up, and threw it away. Cut it up, took the stuffing out of it, threw it away, and then I cut the card up, ripped it up. Yeah. And you wanna know what he said? He was like, I was like, so you stole all this shit and you gonna give another girl the same stuff that you bought me? That's, no. And he was like, well, I bought your stuff. That doesn't make, is that supposed to make me feel special? You bought mine. Probably a lie, but was that, I don't know what that was supposed to, I'm not sure if I was supposed to feel more special than her, or if I was supposed to get a one up on her because I was And then this nigga, he said, oh, you was the main, she was the side chick. I'm like, first of all, why does that matter? Why does that matter? Why does that matter? We're both getting cheated on at the end of the day. We're both getting lied to. We both are sharing the same nigga and the same presence, literally. What does see, I don't understand what that has to do with anything. Like, some females really think like this. They be like, oh yeah, well, I'm the main. You're still getting cheated on, sweetie. You're still getting lied to. You're still, at the end of the day, you're still getting hurt, just like the other female. What is the difference? Besides nothing. Because there's no difference. But yeah, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Just wanted to upload this in the love of Valentine's Day, the air of Valentine's Day. And yeah, I will see y'all in my next video. Like I said, share all of your stories. You can share them in my DMs. My Instagram is Kyla Latrice. And then my TikTok is Kyla Latrice 98. Or if you want to comment down below, if you feel comfortable enough to comment down below, you can definitely comment down below your story. But like I said, DMs, they're confidential, and I would never like expose them or anything or share them. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. All right, y'all. Bye.